right, we're live.
Welcome.
How you doing today, bro?
Great. Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Happy New
Yeah, I'm
Year.
glad today we're actually back in. So welcome back
Yep.
again. Know you guys, bro. You get some good stuff from us today. I feel like you'll get some good shit from us today because today
Trust me.
it's like super interesting with all the stuff that's happening. We're fresh in. I think this is our first episode for 2025, and
Yep.
this is the first episode. I think this is probably the first time me and Malik actually seen each other for 2025, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yo,
bro.
that's actually wild though. But today, how you dealing with what's happening with Tesla, bro? What does it look like?
Tesla. So Tesla is the leader in autonomy. And even the Nvidia CEO actually came and saying Tesla is leading on everything. Everybody needs to be following Tesla. So that just brings me into the point where Nvidia had the CES recently that you wanted us to go to.
Yes, bro. The CES super important, which is
Yeah.
the consumer electronic show.
Mhm.
So the consumer electronic show that was in Vegas, I think, and I think it's so insane how that show just keep on, like, most people don't even know it exists, and that's probably
Yeah.
one of the most innovative show in the world, where majority of people to discover new inventions, new technology that actually is a part of your day right now, and it was all discovered at that show, right? Like when most people like review their product or them actually just start reveal their product to the world at that, like that's the show that people reveal their products. But how were they at the CES this year, Tesla?
So Tesla wasn't there, but Nvidia was there, and they were telling about all of the new projects that they have coming. And it seems like, well, Tesla cars all have Nvidia chips. So Elon actually used Nvidia chips to train Tesla's chips.
Or the AI chips?
Yep. So Nvidia is actually now saying that autonomous vehicles is the next front, and also robotics. And they're offering an open box solution to all car companies. So if you want to start a autonomous vehicle platform, say you're Nissan or Honda or GM, Nvidia can give you a chip that kind of can drive itself already. Like it has edge cases already where it understands how to drive. But the only thing lacking with that is that they don't have any training data. So they have no real life data on how a car is supposed to react in a certain situation.
But Tesla have that training data though. Tesla is the company that has it.
Yep. So Tesla, all of Tesla vehicles are constantly training Tesla's fleet all the time.
Yeah, while they're on the road.
Exactly. So Nvidia actually announced that they are doing a partnership with Toyota. So this is Jensen Huang. This is the CEO of Nvidia. And he is saying that they are working with Toyota directly to make their autonomous vehicles.
And I'm super pleased to announce that today, Toyota and Nvidia are going to partner together to create the next generation AVs.
All right, let me get you right now.
Yeah, more volume.
And I'm super pleased to announce that today, Toyota and Nvidia are going to partner together to create their next generation AVs.
That is
and
insane.
I'm super pleased.
Yeah.
Yo, so that's like a whole different level, because now them have direct help from Nvidia that's making the actual chips. But when it comes on to getting the data that they might need, how would they get that? Would like Tesla sell it? Like how they sell access to the data?
That's the thing. Would Tesla do that? That would basically give
them direct competition.
Exactly. So
but
I don't think it makes sense for them to do it.
But that's the thing. Remember, I don't think Elon is a person who cares about the competition. I think because he said it before, like he cares about knowing that people adopt electric cars. That's what he mostly cared about, the growth. So that's why most of him source code, him actually did release it to like the public.
Yeah,
So it's just looking at that play, them selling access to that data on like a subscription model or some shit like that. That could just it could directly benefit them where it's impossible for them to be at the bottom, because if they're supplying the data, that in order for that company to even exist with their autonomous cars, they need to always get that data access from Tesla.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
So just with a play like that, that would increase Tesla's like bottom line insane, because that's like a no expense. That's like a no expense cash flow play right there, right?
Yes.
So it's like just by something they've been building over the years, give them a direct cash flow that's just like, oh shit, we didn't even need this. And it's just for access.
But would the other company show that, hey, that would automatically show that, hey, Tesla is leading? That would show to everyone in the world, like, hey, we accept it. Tesla is leading.
Yeah,
we have to work with Tesla. So
I mean, that I feel like people already accept that, because Tesla's cars are more mass adopted than other electric vehicles. Like, which other electric vehicle company you see as popular as Tesla?
Nobody believes it. Everybody is like, oh, the competition is coming. Teslas aren't that good. So it's still in the media that Tesla is not the leader, but Tesla is the only company that makes profits on electric vehicles. So people think that the other companies are coming for Tesla and other gas vehicles are viable. Electric vehicles aren't the future, but the reality is that Tesla is in a lead that nobody can catch up, and they're not even focusing on electric vehicles anymore. They're past that. That's a couple of years ago. They're onto autonomy now. Like, they're way past that now.
But I feel like they just probably have like a department just automated, always innovating on new ideas and stuff like that. Instead of like, they probably that's not their main focus. But if it's like, if you ease up off the gas because you're at the front, it's just you're giving everybody else time to just create like a better product, you know?
For sure. They have what some might call an unassailable lead, meaning that they're so far ahead from the competition that it's very hard for them to catch up, but it's still possible. I'm sure it's possible. But they have to the companies have to lose money putting vehicles on the road until they become profitable, which I don't see anybody willing to do that. Rivian has a good start because they're starting from zero.
Yeah, I see Rivian. But what about any solution you think Nvidia would have to have for Toyota for that data that they might need? How would they solve that problem?
Toyota is either they get it from Tesla, or Toyota has to fit all their vehicles with cameras and start to train the Nvidia chips. That's the thing. Well, you have to train the chips. And what makes Tesla different from, say, a Waymo or a Cruise model is that the vehicle itself, it's local. So the understanding is local in the vehicle. The vehicle is interpreting what it's seeing locally. It's not sending to a server, or it doesn't need internet to do what it's doing. It's all local. So it's like the vehicle is seeing what it's doing, it's interpreting, it's making an action, and it's going from there. So Toyota would have to fit all its vehicles with cameras, and then that can basically teach the chip. But I don't know if Toyota is that technologically savvy to do all of that, you know.
There's no other way. So besides from Tesla's data access, there's no other way to develop that form of road data to like do autonomous driving, basically.
No. Well, I don't know of any, because Tesla's approach is like a human. Like, it's like a person that sees the road, sees other people, sees how other cars interact with the road, and that's how it learns.
Unforeseen.
So Yeah, so it needs to learn on its own. But something that Nvidia did, and I don't know if this is something that might interest you. I know you're someone that likes these different things. Nvidia plans to do their own AI supercomputer on your desk.
On your desk.
They're building their own computer, separate from Apple, separate from anyone else.
Whoa.
You get your own Nvidia.
So will they have their own like OS operating system or stuff like that?
It looks that way. It looks that way.
That would be a game changer, bro.
Yeah.
But I
Very
mean,
interesting.
It's just Apple only have the ecosystem play going on and
the
user friendly thing. Like that's what Apple have as advantage. And every time when I see stuff like that, you just be like, oh shit, do you want to change from Apple? Do you want to change from
I don't have Apple, so I don't know if it's that sticky as a model.
Well, you never know still. I feel like your situation is you just been fighting it for years to just not
I'm not fighting it.
Like
my thing is fast.
Apple
my Windows is fast.
Windows is fast.
Windows is fast. You just need the right hardware behind it.
That is true still. That's true. Right, nice and expensive, you know. Like that's the only way, bro.
Yeah.
It's the only way. So what's next? All right, so the next topic is Trump trying to buy Greenland. That is insane, bro. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw a little bit about it. Could you explain a little more what it's about? The Trump Greenland.
I just see it as like I see it as a play where you understand how him introducing the tariffs right now, right? And I see it as a play for trade. Like it's just a trade play. Because if you see the thing that's happening with like global warming, and if you see that a bunch of new routes are going to be exposed because of global warming. So because like certain pathways gonna open up now, because like the ice gonna melt and stuff like that. When it comes on to trading and doing like just trading overseas, I feel like that's the real play of why he wants to do that stuff, bro. But when it comes on to like, you also see the same thing about Canada. You see that?
Yes, that he wants Canada as well.
So the play, what I also get from that, and this probably can be the only other solution on why he has to do that. So you see him trying to do like a 25% tariffs on like Canada imports.
Wow.
Right. So if him do like that 25% on Canada's imports, what gonna happen is, and some stuff is close to 100%. Like some stuff him go like have like 99%, and I feel like it's like a conversation piece in terms of like getting them to negotiate and say, hey, like instead of paying all these tariffs, why don't we just merge? Like why don't we just like integrate? Like I know we can just have one conglomerate like country and just dominate. Like doing that, you know that, okay, all right, you know, before they had income tax, tariffs was what they used. Like that was the government's income. Before income tax overall. And the tariffs, it just became so sticky because like what really happened is more countries, they're just as petty as the US. So when it come on to them seeing that, okay, like tariffs is a thing, they just be like, okay, 25% on our shit coming in, 25% on your shit coming in. Like, fuck it. And that's all right. They just don't care, to a point where everyday items that people, consumer buy, now become so expensive, all because of like pettiness, just countries being petty towards each other. And one country might have a full idea or a full strategy on what he's doing, but in another country just be like, oh no, you're not gonna raise this shit, and then expect that we gonna just take that, right? But then even though they retaliate like that, the persons who get hurt in between is like consumers. So consumers are the ones who are like gonna pay for all that shit, and then when they realize that, oh shit, things are just too expensive, like things cost so much. No, you understand? So like things, some crazy things like construction equipments, tools, things like that. Like even different foods just coming in. Like things like the reason why Timo could even operate, Timo, the company overall, the reason why they could operate like that is because of the tariffs. There wasn't any.
Okay.
So that's why they can sell products so cheap. So they're selling products is cheap. So now, as soon as if Trump introduced some 25% tariffs, unlike China or some place like that, Timo non-existent. Because right now, even though the price is so low, they're negative. Their cash flow is negative.
Do you buy from Timo?
No, but like I know people who buy from Timo. I bought from Timo before though. I bought from them before, but it's not like a regular thing because the products just it don't make sense.
So tariffs really affect you, if we're being honest?
Me directly in my business, well, not really, but it's gonna indirectly affect everybody because it's your everyday stuff that's shipping from different countries. Because most people right now, like you buy stuff from different countries, you import things, and like most things, even if you're not importing things directly from each country, how the logistics work, a company's supply chain, their raw material probably come from a different country, right? And then when their raw material come from a different country, the price of their COG price gonna go up. So the COG price is like the cost of goods. So COG gone up, and then once that gone up, you're in a situation now where the consumer gonna affect it because most people, if they have like a 25% or 30% margin on they're on like a profit margin for their product, that going directly go inside of that. So no, people gonna be like, no, I want to keep my 30% profit margin. So therefore, the price of whatever you're paying for gone up because he just want to keep his like profit margin. So seeing that it can work two ways, but is a handoff still because say for instance the strategy work and they basically get Canada to say, oh, you know what? Okay, let's join, or let's join forces. If that actually happened, things could have get significantly cheaper right after it gets super expensive. You know that because
also explain.
All right, because you can get super cheaper because if it's one country now, all the things that we were paying tariffs for that increased the bottom line, it now eliminate, and now everything is like an in-country production thing. Like so, all factories would be in-house, all products would be in-house. So things that naturally come from Canada or something, it would have been one now. But things like that actually, but when you hear like an idea like that, I did my own research in it, bro. And the Greenland thing, it next to impossible. The Canada thing next to impossible.
Why so?
And the reason why I say next to impossible is because in order to buy a country, I remember Greenland already independent. They already have their own government. They already have their own like the independence. They already have that. So in order for them to do that, they would have to have a voting system. So the people of Greenland itself would have to say, "Hey, look, we have to vote in if we want to even get bought." That's literally what it is. Like, so everybody, because it's an independent country, so they literally have to have the people agree, say yes, we would like to be a part of the US. But it actually would go hand in hand because the reason why people would they would even consider it is because most people from Greenland know you don't need visa anymore. You don't need that stuff anymore.
Like, I'm thinking if I was Canadian, like,
yeah,
run it.
You wouldn't need that anymore because it's the same. So it's the same shit as like Puerto Rico though. So you know that Puerto Rico is a part of the US, right?
Yeah.
So traveling to Puerto Rico, you're traveling domestically. You know that.
Yes.
Even though you're going over water and all this shit, like you're still traveling domestically, and that's just because of it's claimed territory by the US. So it's crazy when I see stuff like that, bro. And then if that actually happened, we now have a guy who changed the course of history. Like that would have been insane. That would have literally be crazy. So just seeing that, I don't know. But what do you think about Mark going on Joe Rogan. Have you watched that?
Mark. I think that was a long time episode where he was.
No. They have a new episode.
That was recent.
Yeah, we have a new episode right now.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it.
So you have a new episode right now talking about the censorship of how, like, Joe Biden and then used to just censor Facebook when it comes on to like talking anything about coronavirus, a pandemic, COVID.
At least he's being honest now. Like before, everybody like act like none of that was happening, but now he's like, bro, they were in the back end forcing me to do all of this shit.
Yeah, but I only feel like, I just feel like he looked at Elon's approach towards them and towards advertisers, because Elon's approach insane in a, like, it's the most brutal badass shit ever, bro. It's like you saw the interview where he was just like, where the guy asked him about hey, what are you doing? Like your advertisers don't like what's going on X, and he's just like, fuck them.
Go fuck yourself.
That is insane.
Go fuck
bro.
yourself.
And it's like, I probably feel like Mark probably say that and just like, but wait, isn't that the core feature of the thing? What? You're not supposed to do that. Like everybody knows that. Like everybody knows that we need advertisers, or we can't say certain things. Like, do you understand? Like, and Eli is like, no, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just come up with something else.
It's fine. You can go. You can go.
Bro, that's insane. I know. It's like, all right, so you see how X working. You know that X basically 50% paid to use, basically, right? Like people paying to use the thing because of how much they grew their subscription model.
Oh.
Yeah. So the subscription model basically replaced like an insane amount of what advertisers used to pay. I know the advertisers came back. So now it's just like advertisers plus the subscription.
Elon,
so it's just like you just never miss. So he also said, fuck them. They just said, you know what, shit, we actually need this because it's over there, so the good stuff never happened. And like people are post all the good stuff to X. Because if you really want to know the truth, like if you want to validate anything, or X, straight up. So even Mark even said straight up, like the community notes,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He said it, bro. He said it. He said community note system is the best thing ever. And he also said just the way how him running the platform overall, where him optimized for so much different subscriptions and him allow people to actually get paid directly on the platform, even though Meta was always doing that. But it's just crazy how direct, and like they even give you a bar. X even give you a bar to see your progress, to see at what point you can start get paid or earn revenue from that. So all those different features is like Mark looking at it and then probably just saying, yo, this is insane. Like this guy just completely changed up the entire rules of what we can do.
I respect that. At least Elon said it, and everybody was shocked when he said this because it was like, whoa.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Yeah.
But go f yourself.
Is
that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel.
That guy don't understand it. That guy didn't even understand why
it don't make sense to him. He's never seen someone do that.
But yeah, because remember, like that was the only real revenue source they had. That was the only true revenue source that they actually had, bro. There was none.
But they actually started to pull. I remember when the advertisers were like, okay, Disney's leaving, this guy's leaving, everybody's leaving. We're going to try to sabotage Twitter, but it didn't actually work. So,
but that's what I'm saying.
I respect him for sticking to it.
Who said they have to leave?
They came back.
They came back, yeah, because they know it.
Yeah.
Them know it not possible. Just take it out. Like it's not even possible to just not be on there, because if you want to validate anything nowadays, it's just X. Like X is just what has it. You know? So I just look at that as like a crazy, insane thing.
It's funny because everybody's stepping away from this censorship, and I see a lot of other countries moving away from like the woke policies and moving to conservative. Even Germany, even the UK, even Canada. A lot of countries, they're like, all right, all of that stuff that was going on before, we're kind of tired of that. We're stepping back on that. Let's get somebody like Trump in there, or somebody like Elon, somebody who is actually focused on real stuff and not really, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, it's like a feminist movement. Sad to say, but it's like a feminist movement. And they were trying the feminist movement, and it's obviously not working. Like, nobody wants that. It's not working. You go woke and you see exactly in the LA fires where they're pushing DEI, which is like the inclusion, the equality, all of that, but you're not focusing on fighting the fires, fixing the problems, doing the real shit. Like, if you don't focus on the real shit, then the country or wherever you live is just gonna break down. Like, you have to be focusing on what is the real thing, what is the real mission, what's the real goal, actual things, not just woke, trans, gay.
But there's just so much of that, and it's just like there's so much real shit happening for real, and it's like there's just so much of that, just in the faces of everybody, in the faces. It's just insane. But what do you think about the fires?
So the fires, it's funny. I want to even show you this. Did you hear when Trump actually said that something about the fire, like he felt like the fires might happen? Have you ever seen that video on Joe Rogan?
No.
Yeah, he did this on Joe Rogan, like before he got elected. So it's just a 1 minute video, so very quick.
They said, we have no water. I said, do you have a drought? No, we don't have a drought. I said, why do you have no water? Because the water isn't allowed to flow down. It's got a natural flow from Canada all the way up north of water, more water than they could ever use. And in order to protect a tiny little fish, the water up north gets routed into the Pacific Ocean. Millions and millions of gallons of water gets poured. I could have water for all of that land, water for your forests. You know, your forests are dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dangerous.
That water could be routed. You know, you could have everything. Oh, not only dangerous, billions of dollars a year they spend on forest fires. And, you know, there's a case with the environment. They're not allowed to rake their forests because you're not allowed to touch it. And all they have to do is clean their forest, meaning rake it up, get rid of the leaves, get rid of, leaves that are sitting there for 5 years. And
we'll certainly get rid of the dead fall.
And get rid of the trees that are fallen.
Yeah.
That, are like...
Bro, that's insane.
So he spoke about this, like that brush, not cleaning up the brush.
Yeah.
That causes the fire to keep going. Not having the water, there were so many fire hydrants that literally had no water because they're sending the water away because they're protecting some endangered fish. Fuck the fish, bro. Like,
bro, I know. It's actually crazy. Look at these ones. So look at these ones. Look how insane these videos got, bro.
Blanco, rojo hasta que muera. El barrio prendido ya quemó afuera. Soy mexicano, esa es mi bandera. Yo la levanto por donde quiera. Blanco, rojo hasta que muera. El barrio prendido ya quemó afuera. Me voy tendido, me voy empinando mi bote. Un poco mareado por la bebida y el borlote. Me tiene hasta la real.
I can even scroll to the direct.
Real guys come and help.
Definitely. I mean, before this, I've seen fires. And,
you even see the ones,
garbage
like the people got stuck in the house. Like you even got two guys got stuck inside of a house, bro. Oh man, like look at these, they're like real fires, bro. Dog, it's just imagine this is just a neighborhood. Bro, if this is your neighborhood, it's gone. I've seen this one video where like two guys just stuck in the house and the guy just trying to save his car. And I'm like, what do you mean you're trying to save your car? Oh, this is it. This is it.
Wow. Oh my
I
gosh.
stuck in the house, bro.
Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi. You're gonna be okay.
Outside, Daffy.
Oh shit.
There's one of them where the guy go in the fridge, go take a beer, and I'm just like, bro, fuck it. Like, this is it. He's just like, man, like, fuck it all. Bro, this is insane. Like, just seeing the level of this fire and exactly like what's happening. The neighborhood. Look at this shit. How do you even... That water do nothing. Nothing. Like that water. That water do nothing.
And someone was explaining on the All In podcast, we have the technologies to cloud seed to force rain, and we're not using that. Like, how are we not using those things? We can force rain now, and we're not using it.
So you think this is all planned? You think they actually needed to have a reset, like a wipeout?
No, it's a yearly thing. It happens all the time. They just weren't prepared for it. These fires happen every year, and they have the winds that actually spread the fires. It just wasn't. You don't clean the brush. You don't. You're not prepared for it. You don't have water in the reservoirs to kind of tame the water, so it just keeps spreading. And then
you know what's crazy? What's crazy is so I've been looking up a lot of things that's happening here when it comes on to just the insurance companies and how they're looking
when
at
they
this.
stop insuring, they already stopped insuring a couple months ago.
No, all of a sudden, no.
No, they did it a couple months before.
Yeah,
they already knew. They already knew. They were ahead of the game.
It's insane.
Did you see this? DEI. This is the what's this? The assistant chief of the LA Fire Department. Did you watch this video?
No.
Okay, you need to see this one. This one is special. You know what he they is?
What he they?
You want to?
They them. He's.
All right, let's see this.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire. You want to...
Yo, they're just doing anything though. Nowadays, it no matter anymore. It don't matter anymore. This shit don't matter anymore.
She get 400K per year. Winning person.
Understanding.
Winner.
Understanding. That is insane, bro. Just seeing these people, and they don't even give a shit anymore. But just seeing how those fires, like the insurance companies, a lot of them pull away. A lot of them won't insure all those people houses, and it's just over. It's just over for a lot of people's houses right now, out of pocket, or them just gonna be so the expenses just gonna make no sense to them to a point where them just give up, abandon the house, just to fuck it. And that's just insane. Like a lot of celebrities got hit by that same way too. You know that?
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of celebrities got hit, but when it comes on to just doing that, bro, I don't know, dog. Like, it's like you have to give thanks that, oh shit, I'm glad I don't live in that section. Because even though you might want to live somewhere warm, most warm places come with its own like problems, you know, bro. Like those problems insane. Because even in Florida, they might not have fire problems, but flooding is so normal there. That is just.
I mean, we live on an island, so we're
I know, but it's just like we don't really get hit with like the real, oh my god, like this place flooded, because even though we live on an island, there's a lot of like hilly places here, you know, like it's still quite hilly to just be here. No, for sure, compared to Florida,
it just takes one. You just need one good thing.
most people, most people are in some places, bro. Yeah, so like, you know what? I think it's safe. You know, yeah, I think it's safe. But just Florida overall, and like being in LA, you just probably have the craziest situation. You just home minding your own business, you're not doing shit. Boom, fire. You do nothing. You did nothing.
Yeah.
You just have a fire just happening at the back of your house.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. But all right, next topic. Let's move. So, what do you think that's happening? Solana Meme Coins. Have you ever seen that?
You know more than me. You be in these buttholes. You be in these buttholes.
Have you ever? When's the last time you trade on Solana?
I don't trade on Solana.
You don't trade on Solana?
I don't be trading crypto. I just
you don't be
buy
trading.
Bitcoin.
Man. Oh man.
Tell me about your trading on Solana.
Bro,
the trenches.
I've been in the trenches, bro. Like, there's quite a few things that's happening right now. So I'm so far in the trenches, bro, that nothing don't even make sense anymore. Hold on, let me try to log into like my wallets before I even hop on here. Because just I need to confirm. Pressing confirm. So I don't know. I've been in and out this market where a lot of these things just been happening, bro. Where I've just been playing around a lot with these meme coins, and it's actually pretty fun. So like seeing these meme coins is something that I've seen people lives change. Just change. Like, you're following their Twitter, like you can see them in the actual groups on Telegram. There's people on Telegram that trade meme coins. You literally see a person life change. So it continuously just reinforces the possibility that you can get rich off this shit. Like I see it all the time. I see people say, bro, like these things untrustworthy, scam, blah blah blah, and they're right. But when you come on to just seeing like a person's life just change overnight, you see it. So I come on here and I would just look through these coins. These coins are being minted, printed every day, every single day. They're creating these coins. So let's look at what's number one trending right now. So we have our number one trending where I think this one is called what? Chill Girl, Chill Language Model. So this is like a AI crypto. And it just move. Them create them so fast that you just if you can't keep up, you have to keep up with the actual Telegram groups. So most of these are all scams, you know. So most of these coins are scams. If you look at this right now, you can say, okay, created today, or created when you can't even see it. Like it created so fast, and then as soon as these coins just get created, it can go to zero, and the ones that actually you have a strong community behind it, the coin have utility, it can actually do something, the community will bring it back, and then it can just come back around. After you find coins on this, like I usually go to like Photon, and just you can directly change them. You can directly trade them, I mean. So you can trade them just like in the markets, where I can come here and I can just probably look for the same chill language model.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find the same chill language model. And you can just directly trade it. You can directly trade it the same way as if you were trading.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, as if you were
on
trading
Photon.
On Photon. So you see the same way like you trade, like you direct trade into the market. Like I can direct trade just like this, like, but I mostly just swap. So I always like swap on.
Yo, you have Holo? Or is that just trending? Oh, it's just trending.
It's just trending. Yeah, Holo is trending. Like, I've just seen them.
Holo
Like,
going crazy.
You seen it on your pages?
Because they're building like replica of the people, and they're talking. I could even show you. There's like a replica Joe Rogan, a replica Andrew Tate, and it's just talking. We could even listen to it for a quick
So
second.
let's check out let's check it out. Holozone. Yeah, this one's just trending. I don't have this one. But usually how I normally look at these coins, I just look at the amount of holders, and then I look at the market cap. It has a good market cap of a lot of holders. I always want to make sure
on
the holders.
Holo?
Yeah, on the Holozone. Yeah, I see it right now. So this is in my direct wallet. So here, I have to always make sure I make sure there's always at least over 8,000 holders inside. If this not over 8,000 or even more, then the likelihood of you getting rugged very possible of that whole coin. So what I usually do is I normally go on like Deck Screener, and then I would go directly down at it. And this is the main thing: knowing the buyers versus sellers. So if the buyers versus sellers, if the sellers outweigh the buyers, that going to shit immediately. And the market cap, so this one actually not as good as possible. Like it's not good because it's in like 285K market cap. This can easily get rugged. Easily. And let's see if it even graduate. I think it
wouldn't you say that's good, since it's like you want like a market cap of 5 mil?
It depends on the amount of holders. So if like it's like my eye trained now to be able to spot like the inconsistency. So I can spot. So say for instance, if that now has like, you see the amount of buyers here, look at the amount of buyers. So this even kind of inaccurate a little bit. So the amount of buyers, the market cap should be more than this.
But it's just early because this started trading at 10 a.m. today.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, if you're having this much buyers inside, and here when you look at the activity here, I can actually see, you can just, based on just looking at it, right? Based on just looking at it, you can just see how much buys are happening and then how much sells are happening. And it's like, I can see it here. So no, I probably don't even really believe this, that is 56,000 buyers going on. Because if I look at this right now, it don't seem like it's doing the exact thing that this is reflecting. Because if you had so many buyers, the price should be going up. Because look, the buyers significantly outweigh the sellers, like significantly, So this don't even feel accurate. Something is going on with this, and that's the craziest thing. So it's like when I see these things right now, there's a way to look if the dev still holding. So if the dev stop holding, then you know that this is just random people. So the dev would be the person who started the coin, like the developer. And usually if the dev stop holding, like it's just the free people actually doing it now. The free people actually keeping up the coin. And if that's like the worst thing that could ever happen, because those people have no attachment to it. The dev is the person who would be out there, like they might create website, they're doing like campaigns, they actually like giving a shit about the coin. If them sell, you know for a fact that this don't matter at all. Like this genuinely don't matter. So like there's a way how I used to see it. I just don't know if I can see it anymore, where I can see the actual dev. You can see if the dev is still holding or not. But besides that, I would just go in here, look at what's trending, look at what's like still happening. And if I go in the market, if I go in here like this and see this Trump AI, I would just directly like either click on it, and I would look for all their socials. So you see right now this Benji. Best thing to do is just go in here and like you want to look at their socials. Like, don't even think I would have this. Probably their Telegram. I don't even think their Telegram would be like even super active. Like I'll look at the activity that's happening.
Not bad. Because I mean, a lot of these, if they just started, you can literally be early.
Well, you can, but this actually good
right.
still. No, this one really good because look at this. It just started, and you can see they're actually having impressions on there. Seems like people participating. Yep. This one even seemed good. They seem promising, but most of these, you have to be careful. Like you get rogued so fast. You just get rogued so fast. So it's just a crazy. It's just a bet. All of these things are like a gamble, a bet, and I usually check out their like website. To even see like, I don't even know if they even have a white paper on here, bro. Sometimes the website have like a game. You see when their website have like a utility, like it can do something. You know that like this is not like no copy and paste shit. Yeah, so those are some of the ideas, or those are some of the things that I use to validate whether this coin going to do something or not. Yeah, but besides that, Solana is probably the best thing ever, bro. Right now, the Solana meme coins that's coming out, best thing ever. I actually did make a bag off of it, bro, and it's just me seeing that. It just reinforced that it's possible. So it's just a crazy thing where I actually see it all the time. But let's move on. Our next topic. So the next topic is where I really want to talk about them banning TikTok.
Sure, let's talk about it. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I find it so hard to believe, but you know
that the TikTok thing will actually happen.
Yeah, it's so hard to believe, but Polymarkets
is
pricing in like
that's couple days they're going to use to decide that. You know that.
Polymarkets is pricing it in, but I don't know.
So wait, go to
Polymarkets is usually right.
What are they saying? Like, go on Polymarkets right now. Let's see if they're bullish. So what are they saying? They're gonna get TikTok is banned before May
2025, 69% chance. It's a high chance.
High chance of yes.
Yeah.
Wow. TikTok sale. I've seen so many different people coming out saying that they would buy it and stuff like that. Like that would be crazy if a US person buy TikTok. But they would basically get nothing. They wouldn't really get a lot because the algorithm it's still undetermined if they're going to sell it with.
It's crazy. I don't see how they can do that. I don't know.
Well, trust me, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Whenever something raising influence like that, and they don't have control over it or have control over the founder, you see why Mark just finally have somebody that's just like, see, like somebody gets me.
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing ever because them just wailing on him, bro. Like right now, if Elon never do that at all,
you get the same censorship.
They just have him just a sense of people. There's a sense of people, and him just don't know what to do because him don't have the balls enough to be like, hey, I'm standing up to you guys. I don't care. Like, just like, say, fuck it. To a point where he realized that, okay, if Elon come in and change up all these things, and now him a friend with the guy where gonna be the next boss guy, nah.
I think the fact that they've never killed Elon to is like, all right, maybe we can say something to
yeah, maybe we can say something like
yeah.
Maybe I can also stand up for my rights as well, because like these people are bullies. Like I just seen that. You just know that, oh man, this is probably the best thing that ever happened to this guy, where he actually can come out now. At first, you would never see this guy on no podcast talking about no censorship. Talk about no Joe Biden. What? Joe Biden? What? Wait a second.
Never.
What is it? Wait
Never.
a second. Like imagine Joe Biden, like him actually, Joe Biden watch that. I'll call him up and say, hey bro, what you say? Who said say you? When? Like when? And it's just crazy how him actually just finally it's just crazy where I can see the relief that I'm just finally able to be related to, like somebody can relate to the problem that he has. But it's like an insane thing. Like I love it.
I think it would have been different if Kamala won. A lot of that would have still been in place. I don't think he would have came out if Kamala had won, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, because that would still be the same.
Yeah,
the same shit.
I know, because Kamala wasn't with everything for censored. Like she didn't.
Kamala was with the censorship.
I know. I'm saying she never was with the free speech or nothing like that. Like she not with that. It's censorship for sure. What do you mean? These people shouldn't say nothing.
Nothing. What we say is the truth. What we say is the truth, and that is it.
Like we tell you what the truth is. You can't tell us what the truth is. We're the government.
Yeah, we're always right. Right?
Oh, bro, that's insane. That is wild. Like just the fact that they know that their influence is so strong that it's just don't even matter. But so what other trending polymarket topics are there here?
There's the next Prime Minister of Canada. Do you know that Justin Trudeau resigned? He's like the woke guy, the Prime Minister of Canada.
Right.
And he was like a woke Prime Minister. He was the one that he was saying the truckers have to take the vaccine or we're gonna have them lose their jobs, all of that shit. So he's just like all of them. So that's why I was saying that it looks like the world is stepping away from like this woke, left-wing, progressive kind of movement, moving to more of the conservative, right-wing movement that has like more conservative values, more family values, less of the gay, all that kind of stuff. The world just going away from that. Not to say that gay is wrong and shit, but they're not like pushing it in your face and stuff. It's more traditional values and focusing on people's standard of living, inflation, things that actually matter versus how you feel and your feelings and all of that stuff, like.
But the only way people perspective changing is because the government changing. So people realize that they can, because just like what you say, if the next one was in and Trump lost, people would just be like saying stuff bad about like anybody gay or anything woke or anything like that. That would still be a bad thing. Like you cancellation was still a thing.
It's because the people change, the government change.
Exactly.
The people change the government.
Yeah, the people
vote
the
in
government.
the new side
they can't say that stuff. Yeah, you're right. So because the government changed and the people changed the government, it's just that's the only reason why people say, you know what, like I'm tired of not being able to say like this person is not a guy. This is a guy.
Yeah. People are like, yo, you're a
guy. Like you
Stop
can't.
it.
Yeah, you like. What do you mean it's not a guy? It's clearly a guy. Like what is his mustache? Like it's clearly a guy. And it's just kind of crazy where most people they wouldn't even they would afraid to actually even say it or admit it. Like I remember one time I was talking to like this girl, bro, and she kind of dykish like, and then she said something about her pronouns, they, them, And I'm like, what? Like I understand. And I thought she was joking.
Pronouns.
Yeah, freaking. And it's like at first I was just like, you know, when you hear somebody like say it and you think them not serious. They're just saying it to mock people ridiculousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what was going on, but that wasn't. She was dead serious. Like she was just like, no. I'll let it slide right now. Like you're laughing, but I'll let it slide right now. But like if you weren't like such a cool dude, then that wouldn't slide. I'm just like, what? So you're serious, like think that your thing is they them.
Mm-hmm.
That just don't even make sense. So just seeing people's actions like that, like scary. But do you have any other topics?
Yeah, so I remember you made like predictions about Kartel's show, like a lot of bad things were gonna happen, but turns out nothing bad happened. It was actually a great show.
Sir. Nothing reported bad happened.
I mean, if there was something bad, people would have said it, because I mean, there was a lot of publicity around the show.
Yeah, but you notice like I don't really know a lot because I never really look into a lot that actually happened with the show, to be honest. Never really look into a lot. But I'm pretty sure, like, come on, we're talking about Jamaica right now. We're not talking about no holy land of no peace and serenity. No, it's not. Like, you know for a fact that some shit happened. It's just not mainstream, not crazy. You know, like couple people get robbed, couple car tag get steal, couple cars.
The regular stuff. So the guy that put it on, he said they had like 900 security, so it was like a high security event as well. So they actually put preparations in place to make this event a success, and it turns out it was a really good success.
So did you end up watching it or even being around where they were playing it?
I watched it on the stream. I watched it online.
There was an online stream?
Yeah, there was an online stream.
On what platform?
On Tixer, TIXR.
Whoa.
It wasn't the greatest, but it was a stream. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I never even seen it, bro. I just seen like some little snippets where from people's Instagram and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I never even seen anything about it, but I can just bet that him just cashing in
it was a crazy event, bro. Crazy.
Just like that, bro.
I think they said like 40,000 people.
He does just go quiet now, like him still posting on social media.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah, he's still posting.
No, but
he has a tour he has some next tour coming up.
That's crazy,
so
bro. This guy
crazy.
Bro, him come out and just have like instant like 4 businesses, you know.
He's rich. He just back to work. Back to work,
bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
I don't know if you would want to watch. It's probably not your wheelhouse. You're not interested, but I've watched some of the podcasts with him, and just hearing him talk is like, you see where his mind is at. He's like,
I have an open mind, bro. I would watch anything. I would just like remember. I feel like it's only like arrogant or ignorant people who wouldn't see eye to eye with somebody, but don't have an open mind to like see what they do and talk about, because it's like you're blocking information just by thinking that you're better than somebody by not like open your mind to be like, because right now I'm actually interested in knowing. I would want to listen to one of them podcasts, because I can bet if you see somebody with that much influence and it's just consistent how do they think? Like, what's going through their head?
He's saying he regrets all of the stuff, and anybody that went into prison and don't come out and tell people not to go into prison, they probably should go back to prison, because the prison didn't reform them. He's telling everyone, stay away from badness. It's not worth it. He lost 13 years of his children's life. He didn't know if he was going to come out. he was in there just doing a lot of reading and just kind of focusing on himself, learning about religion, and he regret a lot of it. He was very interesting, and he was like crying on the podcast because he's like,
what podcast was that?
The Fix. He called The Fix, and it was, bro, trust me, it's pretty good. And he's saying people in prison, a lot of people go in there, they come out with their doctorate, they come out with a skill, their life changed. Like they come out with an work, they regret everything they did. And people, he's specifically said, like, if somebody comes out and not telling people, put down the gun, put down the violence, you really need to go back to prison. That means it didn't work. You didn't have any reform. So he feels reform, and he's actually giving it to the system and saying, thank you, basically. Like,
I don't know, dog. Like, this guy, to me, I just feel like, no, him understand how karma work and stuff like that work. I just think that's the way him actually understand. But I still don't even think him even understand how, like, and he probably understand how consequences work now. Like things have consequences. Because at first, you see, when you have too much influence and when things just, I have too much money and too much influence, it give you such a false belief that you're unstoppable, that you know, start do things where it's just, you don't even realize that you're still touchable.
Yeah.
You're still touchable, and then you end up just basically living our invincible world in your head until something comes stop it. So I just feel like now him know how to control those things, but him still probably like I go do the same things then, bro. Like him still I go like, of course him a move smarter now, and him not gonna like call no direct hits. But if some shit will happen,
for sure. But he said for him to go into prison with his kids as children and to come out, and now his kids are at the age where they smoke together, they drink together. He lost all of that time of his kids' life because of prison. So it's like,
but that's the thing, is like it's so much values right there where it's like, bro, this guy's kids are, I don't know, I can see them, but them just, it's like no, and them just have followed the same path, basically, just a little bit better, but the same path. We're like fully
but no
tattooed
badness.
up. What?
No badness.
How you know that?
Well, he's steering them away from the badness, because I think he said he was in there and Movado's son came to the same prison as him. And he said he broke down because he was like, it shouldn't have reached to that point where his friend's son came to the same prison as him, locked away, where they're not going to charge him until he reaches of age. Some crazy messed up system thing. You know, when they get you behind the bars, they can do anything.
Bro, that is scary, dog. That is scary.
Yeah.
I just seen that. Oh, I don't know, dog. Like, that's not even something that I like even. I don't even want to imagine how in there look like. Yo, imagine that. Like, so just imagine that. Imagine you just indirectly going there. Indirectly going in there. Like,
not worth it.
I know. So it's just kind of crazy where you see, and it's always crazy, like you think about the things and then it just happens to go in there. But that's even crazier doing business too, bro. Like, just doing business alone can land you in prison. You know that?
Wouldn't it be a different prison now? Like,
who knows? Depends on who you are. Depends on how the business was, how much money you're actually making. Because you see, freaking CZ just come out, bro.
Yeah.
And CZ loaded in it, bro. CZ is like serious, and that man was like commingling funds, or the same commingling customer funds, and like allowing people to basically do trades, like wash money on there, like do shit like that. Like that's crazy. So just seeing that, you could be a regular guy not breaking no law, still gone in there.
Yep.
The slammer. But it
So
would have been
the
crazy.
last thing. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
no. But I said the craziest thing would have been if like the prisons actually, you know, they separate it based on like IQ level and the type of crime we actually do. If they actually do that, then sure, I would understand, because I wouldn't want to see myself dealing with some freaking single digit IQ people, bro. But single digit guy just come in there. You don't care about nothing. Nah. You don't care about nothing. Like you cannot probably explain like a valid point to him. Him friend understand. Everybody understand. And him no understand. No, I mean I stab you. Like, no, me no understand. I stab you.
A real thing. So, you know, for like white collar crimes, like what CZ did is like you go to this place called Club Fed. Have you ever heard of that?
No,
There's actually a place called Club Fed where it's a less severe prison. Where so if you do like white collar crime, like fraud and them things, you might go to a Club Fed where it's less security. People there do like cyber crime. They're not doing no violence.
Cyber crime.
Yeah, just some high profile stuff, millions of dollars, billions of dollars.
Yeah, they got it.
And it's like a hotel for them.
Bro, like I've seen I've been scrolling on Twitter sometime and you just see like you will see like some prison videos where it's like them just gonna stab up one guy. Like they just gonna stab up the guy because the freaking over some bullshit to bro. Like, oh, like you didn't let me cut in front of you in the cafeteria line, bro. Like, so what? So
it's like the killers and the rapists and those guys.
Bro, I see this guy, like, bro, I see this. It's because we can't even show these things on here, bro. But it's like, I seen one of them where like 6 guys just go inside the guy bunk bed and just continuously stabbing him, dog. Like, stabbing him, and him just saying, like, enough, bro, enough. You know, I'm begging, and him just crawl out. Different stabs all over, bro. Like, multiple stabs all over. And him just, like, crawling out, and him live. The craziest part is just live. That's probably the worst thing ever. Like you just live like covered in stabs, and like dog, you just look at yourself and oh fuck, like I just have so many stabs. That's insane, bro. It's scary. Very, very scary shit. I don't know. But what's your last point?
So the last thing. So I was thinking about this. This was a weird thought that was happening. I'm like, why do women like scammers, drug dealers, or even guys that put themselves at risk? Like, why is this? Like, if you were to think about it, why you would think so? Then I'll share why I think women like that.
Well, it's kind of funny, but it's like it all goes back to how they think, because I realize how most women think, right? It doesn't have to make sense. It's just in the moment. You understand? Like the thing don't really have to make sense. The guy don't really have to make sense. It's just actually what the guy is, how him look to other people, how the guy makes she feel to other people, right? So technically, it's not about liking the bad guy. It's about being with this guy make me feel protected. I feel like they know, these other girls know that I'm the one dating this guy. These other guys know that like they can't mess with me. So I seen a bunch of videos all the time, bro, where it's just like most girls, they just feel protected. They feel like, oh my gosh, this guy in so much things, involved in so many things. Like if any bad thing should happen to me, it would be, as long as I'm on this side, I should be good, right? Like, so they just choose the bad side because that's the side that you just feel like, okay, I'm on this side, so there's no way something can happen to me, right? And then
it's a protection
with this guy, no, it increased my status because they know that this are the guy that's like, He's the one doing the murders. He's the one doing the things. And him therefore, and look, like, see him put on a treat. Him put on a treat, and all the kids love him. Everybody in the neighborhood love him. So like, he's the guy with the status and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that that guy probably just driving some shit that she like that. And it's gonna be a fast thing, so he can get away from police. And it's just all those different things come involved. And then when that same guy beat her ass now and some shit happened, you know what going?
What?
How could he do this? I never saw it coming. So she watched him do crimes to other people. You know? Watch him say, oh no, I'm on this side, so there's no way he's never gonna hurt me. No. Nope, nah. But she watched him decapitate guys over and over. You know? And it's like, oh no. No biggie. No big deal. So that's my take on it. And overall, when I see girls like make some decisions like, okay, I'm gonna date this guy who I know that doing the wrong thing, it's just for validation, bro. Majority of the time is just to say like I'm dating this guy.
Fair enough. So I was just thinking like, all right, I'm looking at them like, all right, why would a girl like a scammer, even though they're knowing that, all right, this guy is doing unethical things? Similar to what you're saying, like, it's just looking at the protection level. Right. I'm thinking they're looking at it like, all right, if he is able to steal money from other guys, is he smarter than the other guys? Like, he's just outsmarting them. So she's just looking like, all right, even if you're a rich billionaire guy, and you're just taking money from the masses, you have all of these workers for you, and you're like, all right, I get the top guy.
Yeah,
that's outsmarting everybody, getting money from everybody, even if him don't take care of any of them, him don't care about any of them, him don't care about me either.
Right.
But as long as he's doing that, I get the top guy who is smarter than that guy and that guy and that guy and that guy. He's better. So I was just thinking about that, like, because a lot of people are looking at the scammers and they don't realize sometimes you have women pressuring them to do the scamming. So they're like, they don't want to do the scamming, but because of the lifestyle that their woman is living, they're trying to fund that. And the only way to fund that is to do the scamming or to do some bad thing, put themselves in danger.
Yes.
And when they go to jail now, she's like, yeah, you did it.
Yeah,
you did
it.
You
really did it. I like it. Yeah, I did it all. Like, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. See,
and then,
right, honey, I'm in the right place. Right?
Yeah, the next guy just did a drive, come check her.
Of course,
just
go check her.
Yeah,
of course. She probably answered the phone while the guy did it.
Yeah,
and he might call from behind bars. And she still ask him, hey, so what are we gonna do? The kids need food. Like, what are you gonna do?
Send the money from prison.
Him in there, she out there free.
Yeah.
And she still need him to provide. It's like
it's a terrible, terrible world, bro. Terrible.
No, but I see how it is. I see how it is, Doug. But trust me, this is why it's insane if you focus on girls. You have to focus on your goals, and girls come after. Because
sure, they respect you more.
What happens is, bro, right? Because think about it, right? If you have the type of, you're gonna have the type of guy who gonna chase girls. So you're gonna chase girls, and then the girls gonna always be chasing like the wherever the bag is, wherever it is. And then you really have to pray that, like, okay, if the girl's chasing the bag, and I would probably you have to take the sacrifice of taking a hit without getting girls and just saying, you know what, like, I'll just focus on the bag because I might not be getting girls right now. But regardless, once you do something consistent enough that it can like really start like paying you and do something like that, I just feel like that alone gonna make you get the respect, because I feel like most people feel like, okay, once you have a bunch of money, you just get respect. I don't feel like respect work like that nowadays. Because even guys with a bunch of money, I see guys with a bunch of money and like because nobody don't know where them get the money from. Oh yeah, this guy is a scammer, and I just don't have no respect for him, right? But you see a person where you can actively see how they came up, like you can see the proof and see that. Oh, this is why I respect just being a YouTuber or like respect people who actually do YouTube because their shit is there. It's just there on YouTube. Like if you want to see what they did, it's just there.
Yeah.
For you to see directly. And like that's the best business model I've ever seen ever. Because they just inverse the whole thing where they gave people the opportunity to create your audience before you create the product. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, most people have to create the product first and then you find people to buy it. But when you're a YouTuber, you create your audience first and then you just create some product after. You just do the inverse thing. So YouTube is such an inverse way how to like it just changed society in so many ways. Yeah. I know, like it gave people like such a crazy advantage. But anyways, it was a good episode. I think this
great
was amazing, bro.
Amazing, actually, bro. Very smooth.
It was really cool. But I love it, and I really hope you guys like this episode. And I'll see you in the next one.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.